Hi, it's Jeff at Mart. I'm a customer service rep, and this is a product spotlight of the Handicare Minilift 160. This particular model has the electronic base I'm going to show you. It's also available in a manual base. We'll go over that a little more in a minute. So basically, any type of sit-to-stand lift, you want to make sure we have the right lift for the right use. So this is someone that's able to sit up on the side of a bed, you sit in a lift chair, sit in a wheelchair, able to set themselves up on the side, like say, side of a bed, and also a commode. So if they can support 20 to 25% of their body weight, what does that mean? So if I can at least get someone, whether it's with a gait belt, something like that, get them to a standing position, and they can at least lock themselves enough to stand and pivot slightly, that's about enough strength. You don't want someone that's completely has no strength whatsoever through their abdomen and pelvic area. So basically, if they're trying to be standing and you're trying to lift them and they're basically just kind of a dead weight dropping down, this is not the right kind of lift for that. There are some slings that will help a little bit, but ideally you want to make sure you're starting out with the right lift. So let me tell you a little more about this lift. So this is the Handicare 160 mini lift. It's very easy to move it around. You can see the handles are easy to hold, easy to maneuver. The base on this, the length and the width is perfect for getting through bathrooms, getting around small corridors, things like that in your home. But oftentimes I recommend to my customers that they use the lift just to get from point A to point B, kind of a quick turn, get into another chair. Or if you do need to use this to get in the bathroom, as long as your patient's comfortable with the movement, you can turn in there. Obviously, if you're on carpet, it is a little more difficult, especially if it's a larger person you're trying to push around. So this functions a little differently than a lot of lifts. So basically, it has a single arm. It comes off of a thorax sling, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Connects to this point. It helps bring the customer forward to a more of a natural kind of standing type of progression. This has very comfortable leg supports, and basically we want to make sure this is adjusted so it's just under the kneecap, because you don't want pressure putting on the kneecap itself. So as you stand, it does have some flexibility to kind of move with you. Again, very comfortable here. You have different height adjustment on that and depth. Easy foot plate to stand on. If I have the manual base, there's a foot pedal here. So if you do have any difficulty with balancing, getting on one foot and reaching forward, and that's any sort of a difficulty for you, you may want to consider the electronic base. Easy to use hand control. So easy to change out battery if you do happen to feel like you need the security of having an extra battery charge. Talk to one of our service reps about ordering a second battery and off-board charger. But as long as you're charging this at least every night and watching out for the onboard display, or if you're just using it occasionally, maybe at least get it charged up once a week. It just depends on your use. Here's my emergency on-off. It's always a good idea to kind of keep in the off position when you're not using it. There's also two little push buttons in here, not push buttons, but the ability to put a pin in here. And if for some reason your hand control gets damaged and kinked, stops working, in a pinch you can always use the little pin holes down here. It's also an easy to read battery indicator. If you notice when I turn this on, the battery indicator comes on. It tells me how much strength is left in the battery. Again, it's an approximate, so when in doubt, charge up your lift overnight. One thing you also notice that's really nice with this lift is the oversized casters. This is available for a lower profile if you absolutely need it for low beds, but for most standard beds here in the US, that is a great height, easy to roll around, and you do have two easy to use locking brakes here on the back casters. Let me tell you a little more about the sling that comes with this. So basically it's a very comfortable and well made sling with a little bit of back support. And this is kind of an anti-slip material, which makes it easier from having the slings kind of right up on your back. There's an inside belt, which kind of allows you to first put it on your patient. In the back here, you notice there is a couple grab handles to make it easier to kind of help someone stand up if you need to, or kind of assist them as they're sitting back down in the chair. There are two loops on both sides. This is for someone if they do happen to have arm weakness on one side or the other. They cannot hold on to the handle. This is just kind of a way for them to relax their arm and be supported. This is released. Brought to the closest position. Now I'm going to go the shortest tab that I can reach, depending on what I'm trying to pick up someone from. So maybe in a lift chair, I might be able to raise the chair up a little bit and get to a closer loop. It all depends on how far I am from the lift. And then if it's comfortable, they can hold on to both handles like this. And the more they can kind of help in the stance a little bit in the standing process, it does take a little bit of strain off the low back. If someone does have a history of low back surgery, mid back surgery, ideally we check with the therapist, check with your doctor. You just want to make sure you're not putting too much pressure on a spot that's already tender. If you notice, it has that kind of a natural pulling forward motion, almost like your normal standing position. This is really nice for someone, especially a lot of times some slings will ride up on somebody and come up on the armpit. So what's nice on this is especially if I'm able to hold on a little bit and kind of help with the standing process. At this point, some pressure on the lower back, but overall very little. and just kind of a natural, comfortable standing position up until this point. And at this point, I can even get standing all the way up, and now actually exercise a little bit by helping support my legs a little bit. And same thing, going back in reverse. But at this point, I can easily be moved around. I can hold on to here. I can hold on to here if I was more comfortable. I can get pivoted, put over a commode, into a lift chair, move into the bathroom, whatever I'm comfortable with. If you notice, same thing, going back down, just some kind of a nice natural arc. If you have any questions about the Handicare Minilift 160, give one of our Mart service reps a call. They'd be happy to answer your questions.